Well, right now we're seeing very nice conditions out there right now in Fort Smith, 44 degrees with a very light wind. That sun about to rise on this Tuesday morning for us. They're really just rising right now as we speak. It's about 6:15. Now, right now it's pretty quiet, but we are going to see winds start to pick up for us during the later morning into the afternoon because we have two kind of different pressure systems that are sandwiching us together. High pressure off to our east that are giving us that nice and quiet conditions, but then this low pressure off to the west, it's pretty dry, so it's not really producing any rainfall. But when you have the clockwise rotation of the high, so that's moving in from the southeast, and then you have this counterclockwise rotation from the low, so it's out of the southwest. Basically, you got these two joining forces together that are producing, well, some pretty warm conditions, but also some pretty strong southerly winds. So later this morning, we will see those winds pick up out of the south, and especially in the higher elevations in northwest Arkansas, we'll see those gusts maybe as high as 25 this morning, then closer to 30 once we hit the noon hour. So I think winds in general will be the strongest from later this morning, let's say about 10, 11 a.m. to about 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. So those winds will be pretty strong this afternoon. They will lighten up maybe a little bit by sunset, about 5:15. But it will stay pretty strong even overnight as well. We could see those gusts around 25 miles per hour, especially in those higher elevations out of the south. So they'll keep things pretty mild overnight. Now, once we hit tomorrow morning, maybe a few lingering gusty winds that's close to 20 miles per hour, but things will diminish a little bit. And you do notice these kind of yellow and green blobs start to appear on the top left corner of your screen. And you notice the blue kind of arrows moving in. A very weak front will move in, but we're not going to see any temperature drop off of it. It will just be a brief north wind later tomorrow evening. In terms of what's in store for today, plenty of sunshine yet again, maybe a few passing clouds, especially during the afternoon. Otherwise, high temperatures in the low to mid 70s with that strong southerly wind gusting up to 30 miles per hour. For tonight, those low temperatures, as I mentioned, on the milder side in the upper 40s and low 50s, mostly clear skies. And we do have a full moon for tonight. Now, the November full moon is known as the Beaver moon because, and I made this mistake on the last hour, they do not hibernate. They actually just live in their lodge that's insulated by, well, their outside the logs and such, but it's usually when they take shelter for the winter. Now, with this supermoon, it is going to appear larger and brighter, only about 7% larger and brighter, but still a little bit larger nonetheless. And although it's officially full at 7:19 tomorrow morning, it'll still appear full for us tonight. And with mostly clear skies, it should be pretty nice viewing for tonight. Then for tomorrow, high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine and much more pleasant, I should say, with winds only about 5 to 10. And it'll be pretty pleasant through about Saturday. See high temperatures stay steady in the low to mid 70s. But look at that drop off Saturday into Sunday. A major cold front moves in, a little bit of Arctic air. No, it doesn't feel like the Arctic, but you notice temperatures struggle to get out of the 40s Sunday, Monday. And on Monday morning, we might not even get out of the 20s in northwest Arkansas for those low temperatures. But do note that beyond the 7-day, it does warm back up by the middle of next week. But it will be a very brief cool down for us heading into next week.
All right, well, I'm not that mad about it. I was really ready for the fall and the winter, but I guess I can hold off another week.
I was going to say, I mean, yeah, like I said, it'll be brief Sunday, Monday, and then next week probably be back in the 60s and 70s. So if you're wanting that winter feel, long term, I should say, you're going to have to wait a little while.
We'll get there soon enough.
Yeah, we will.